Welcome to episode 28. My name is Charles, and I am today's middle-aged AI host. In today's episode, Joe and Reese share hangover stories, including the first time they remember getting drunk. This episode is a doozy, so sit back, put down your failure puddle, and grab a bottle of water to drink instead. The Pickle and Boot Chop. We hope you hate it.
Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Chop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Chop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles.
Bring your grandma and your kids.
I go downtown.
Bring your grandma and your kids.
Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids.
Pickle and boot shop.
Stay for the squids.
Yeah, pickle time.
Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands.
1996, we start this.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 28.
Hey, wait! You don't just start without informing me. You're going to start. Let's tell me about it. Are we
I'm
gonna
going to
do
start. Hey, ladies and
It? Hey, wait,
gentlemen.
hold up, man. Could you
Huh?
like maybe like coax me into it or ease me into it a bit?
Hey, Reese.
Yeah. Hey, fella. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
What's up?
we do a podcast, remember? And there's
Wait.
there's a part
On
we
our
do
computers?
that's free. And so we try and
What?
talk about stuff that people want to hear about. Do you want
Huh?
to do that?
We do. Okay. Yeah. Let's try it.
You want to start now?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Cue the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That's our theme music.
It sounds something like that.
It does sound something like that.
So here's the deal, Pickle Peeps.
Pickle Peeps.
We didn't do show notes. I didn't do show notes for today because I didn't think we were going to be doing this. Usually we go about an hour, and then we
let them know that we do notes, and this is not an entirely scripted podcast, which I've been trying to tell them it is.
we do notes where we have like 3 bullet points. Each bullet point says like 3 words, and then we just kind of take it from there.
Yeah. For instance, last week said intro/catch up John Wick, paying off debts, addicted to smoothies. You didn't talk about addicted to smoothies, Joe.
Yeah, well, I figured we could kind of get into that on this show because, again,
This is what we talk about.
yeah, this is
Smoothies? What?
this is
Tell me what's
46
next.
This is 46-year-old conversation. Sit down, kids, and buckle up.
Will it help me go to the bathroom?
We have this place here in Michigan. I don't know if you guys have them. We have this place called Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
We have this actually where I live, which is
Okay.
amazing. If you
Okay.
were like, hey, we have this place called Chick-fil-A, I'd also be like, yes. Or if you're like, have you ever been to a Walmart? That's easy.
You're like, I don't anymore because they fly an American flag.
No, I
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what that reference is, you got to pay for a subscription.
That's not
and
why I
learn.
don't go to Walmart. I don't go to Walmart because they're a bunch of fascists and they use slave labor and they're destroying America. They destroy all the mom and pop shops and they destroy communities. I hate them. Keep
Yeah.
going. So,
Ladies
Tropical
and gentlemen,
Smoothie
we just want to
Cafe.
thank our new sponsor, Walmart, for
Man, they own the Broncos. I am so torn.
the Waltons do.
Yes,
Really?
I am torn. And Condoleezza Rice, also torn.
They own Condoleezza Rice?
I'm sure they do.
Ooh, that's a.
But she
that's-
also owns the Broncos.
walk on. That's tiptoe on that one.
She's a
So this
graduate
place,
of the University
Tropical
of
Smoothie Cafe.
Denver. Uh-huh.
They have great smoothies. They have sandwiches. They have wraps, things like that. I don't know if any of you guys have gone lately, but for their summer season drinks, they have. Now, here's the thing. I've never gone to Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Never.
Okay.
Couple of weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for a smoothie, not a Slurpee, like a fruit smoothie. I love out west. I love Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
Love me some Jamba Juice. So we don't have a place around here like that, or so I thought, but we have these tropical smoothie cafes. So I'm like, you know what? I'll try one. Again, never gone to one. Go in there. I'm like, oh, this looks good. I order my thing. It was fantastic. And I forget what I ordered, but it was absolutely delicious. So after I ordered my thing, I see as I'm pulling away, I see on their like ad on their building for a thing called it's a non-alcoholic. Obviously, the whole place, they don't serve booze in their Slurpees.
Uh-huh.
But they had a watermelon mojito.
Ooh.
So a few days later, I was thinking about it. I thought about it every day. So
Yeah.
a couple days later, I roll in there. I was like, I'll take a watermelon mojito. It's like watermelon, mint, lime juice, lemon juice, something else in there.
Little something.
It was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So wherever I was going to, I stopped there and I drove to wherever I needed to go. On the way back home, I stopped there again, got another one, and got one for Heidi, took it home to her, and she thought it was freaking amazing. So me being the OCD, I'm not OCD, but when it comes to food, I get crazy about stuff. So it was so absolutely delicious. I text my kids and I'm like, hey, when you get out of work today, hit Tropical Smoothie Cafe,
Get this watermelon
get
mojito.
2 watermelon mojitos, and I will Venmo you money. I'll pay for them. They
What?
did. They were like, Dad, these are fantastic. So then Mia and I stopped today. It's been, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. Mia and I stopped today, and she had her little orientation thing at the hospital where she's gonna be co-oping.
Okay.
So on the way back from the hospital, we stopped at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I was like, you want something? And she was like, a watermelon mojito. So
Really?
I walked in there. I'm like, 2.
I will
Oh
go
my gosh,
and
they
get
are
one.
so good. So now I'm like addicted to these smoothies.
Yeah.
They're freaking fantastic.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like me. I'm like an addict of sorts. I like to tell
Whoppers.
people I'm like a chocoholic, but for booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lessens the sting of the truth behind it.
Yeah. I tell people that. And they're
Yeah.
like, that explains a
Yeah, you're like,
lot.
if booze was chocolate, I'd be a chocoholic.
Yeah, I am exactly like a chocoholic, except for booze.
I should go to Chocoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
Synonymous.
Hey, talk about your sobriety of 9 days. What prompted this?
It's funny. What prompted it was, Heidi and I had, Cal,
Yeah,
my buddy Cal.
your buddy. His name's Cal.
Yeah,
Who raps on
Heidi,
the Hunted.
Yep. So
Uh-huh.
Heidi and I had him and his wife over a couple of Fridays ago.
Uh-huh.
Had him over for dinner. I cooked
Yeah.
steaks, phenomenal mashed potatoes, sauteed mushrooms and onions to put on the steak. What
Did you just throw in phenomenal?
Yeah.
You're just patting yourself right there on the back.
Yeah, grilled asparagus. Oh, dude, I can cook a steak better than a steakhouse.
I
Hands
just
down.
cooked. Look, I cooked I reheated a Whopper, but because of me making it, it was gourmet.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah.
Phenomenal. All right, you made some potatoes. They were really good.
So made them, asked them, hey, do you guys want something to drink? Earlier in the day, I had gone out and gotten an assortment of drinks that people may possibly want to have. So I got red wine, white wine. I got Pepsi, Diet Coke, bottled water, because we have well water out at Heidi's. So
Is it
it's
gross?
yeah, I mean, if you've grown up drinking it, like Heidi can drink it, she's fine with it.
She's like,
I can't drink it. I can't
It's the
drink it.
sulfur I love.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Does it taste sulfuric?
No, it's more like a metallic. Like it almost tastes like you're like sucking on a penny,
Uh-huh.
you know. So I don't like it. So anyway, the pièce, or what do they call it? Pièce de résistance. Pièce de résistance.
Pièce.
What I got was about a month ago, I found this company. It's called Cutwater.
Mm-hmm.
Cutwater makes these canned cocktails. They make a Mai Tai. And do you know what a Mai Tai is? It's dark rum, light rum, pineapple juice, and coconut water.
Okay, I did not know that.
Mai Tais are freaking amazing. Like when you go
All
to
right,
Hawaii,
all right.
it's like you get Mai Tais and stuff. So this company, Cutwater, go to your local liquor store, ask if they have Cutwater canned cocktails, and get yourself, they come in 4-packs of their Mai Tais. Here's the
Okay.
deal. In a can of the Cutwater Mai Tai, in a can, it's 12.5%.
That sounds like a lot of percentages.
Yes. They also do a lime margarita,
Uh-huh.
which I hear is phenomenal for those that love margaritas. That is 13%.
Okay.
So you drink one can and that's like 3 beers. So I found these a couple of months ago. So I'm like, oh, I'll get these. And, you know, if anybody wants a Mai Tai or a margarita. So I drink one. I drink a second one.
Uh-huh.
I drink a third one, but I'm now mixing it with some mango juice.
I can see where this is going.
So now it's been 2 hours and I've drank the equivalent of like, what would that be? Like 12 beers?
Did you feel yourself getting a hangover as you were drinking?
No. And that's what
Oh.
sucked is I didn't. Then I also, prior to that, so prior to them coming,
Mhm.
I had drank a tall boy twisted tea.
Jeez, Joe.
So I drank a twisted tea and then I drank 3 of these Cutwaters, man. I woke up in the morning. Oh, and I had one of the margarita ones.
Uh-huh.
So I drank the equivalent of like 15 beers, but then also like a twisted tea. I woke up that next morning and it was top 3 worst hangovers I've ever had in my life. It was
Yeah.
a total like it wasn't like I went to a party. You know what I mean? It's not like it's like, hey, we're going here, we're going to get crazy and tomorrow might be rough, but we're getting crazy tonight. It wasn't that. The stories weren't any better. The hangout, it didn't make it any better. Like we're all literally middle-aged people sitting around a bonfire, just chatting and having a good time. But I was throwing these things down. I woke up. It felt like my head was in a vice. If I laid in the bed, if I laid with my head on the pillow, my head was pounding. If I sat up, I got nauseous. And it like was in waves. So then I go and I'm like, oh crap. So I go and I like go to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And then I realize like, I don't want to go back in bed. I just want to lay on the bathroom floor, like on the cold floor. So I'm laying on the floor. And again, when I
Joe.
lay down, my head, and this is 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And so from 5 to 7, I was praying to God not to make it stop, just to kill me. Just like make it stop, period.
Joe, I am a fan of your sobriety. I just want to give you some tidbits of advice. One, don't mix the liquors.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do it. And two, when you do, drink a bunch of water.
I know.
Like that cup you got right there, a pint. Just drink a pint of water before you go to bed. Take some probiotics. Get some gummy probiotics. Take those before you start drinking, and then before you go to bed, and then the next morning. Then the next morning, drink some water. Drink some pickle juice.
Like all of this stuff that you're saying, I know. Like I
You
know
didn't do
all
it.
of this.
Then go
It
get some
just-
greasy Mexican food.
I did have McDonald's. Heidi went and got some McDonald's
A
breakfast.
sausage
for the next morning.
McMuffin with egg is
Yeah.
okay, but you need something spicy.
Well, here's
Something
the
with
deal.
bread,
all the
grease,
stuff that
spiciness.
you're trying to reteach me, I know already.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a spur of the moment. They tasted good. They were going down well. It was just like an accident.
Yeah.
And so I got so sick. Not sick like I never once puked, but I was like dry heaving because my stomach was like spasming. So I was like, dude, I am done. And I am done for a while. It won't you know what? Who knows if it'll be for the rest of my life, but at least in the meantime,
Done.
I'm done. And I'm like, you know what? I want to record it. So I got this.
Oh.
So I got this like app on my phone called Nomo
Mm-hmm.
that like if you're struggling with any addictions, eating, pornography, sex, drinking, gambling, anything, you can like get this app and then it tracks the days and everything like that. But then also if you're if you're struggling, it has like counselors that like you can hit one of the buttons on the app and you can like talk to somebody, things like that.
Wow.
It has all sorts of different stuff. But I got it just for the clock. I just wanted to keep track of like how many days. And
That's
I thought
cool.
if it gave me something to like, if I, could look at something, it would help me keep going. So I went for about a week. And then this past weekend, I went up north. And when you're up north, it's fun to like have a couple of drinks and stuff like that. But I was with my kids and all of that. And Heidi did the same thing. Heidi was like, I'm not drinking. So like we both stopped at the same time. And so Heidi's went on a camping trip with her family that's where I'm going up tomorrow. I'm meeting up with them.
Uh-huh.
And then my kids and I went up to my dad's place. So I was texting her like, are you having anything to drink? And she's like, nope. Are you? I'm like, nope. And then yesterday, like I got home and she was like, did you have anything? And I'm like, no. And she was like, oh, I would have swore that you would have had something. And I was like, no, I didn't have a drop. And so it does kind of help to look at that clock because it like what I like is something before bed.
What is
I
your
love-
goal? Are you trying to completely quit drinking or you're just like, I need a break?
I need a break.
Okay.
That's all it is.
I mean, I support you either way.
Yeah. No, right now I need a break. And I was reading like a thing about like Tom Holland.
Uh-huh.
Tom Holland did the same thing. He was just like, he got tired of it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go a month and not drink. And he said in that month, it was the most miserable. He was like, I feel like parties. It was like, why even go to a party? Why even do this? Why even do that? So Tom Holland, I think he went like a month. And in that month, he was kind of struggling. And then the month came up and he was like, I don't think I'm done. I'm going to go another month.
Yeah.
And then that month was the opposite. Like in that month, he started figuring out like, why am I a slave to this?
Uh-huh.
Why do I think that if I go to a party, I had to do that and I had to do this? And this made me feel, he was like, so for him personally, he was like, he felt like he became a slave to a liquid. And so he said then after that month, he went another month and went another month. And I think he's 18 months into, sobriety. And he's like, I'm done. Like he's like, I honestly feel like I'll never have another drink and I'm good. So for me, I don't know. I definitely want to take a break for a bit. I want to take a break for a bit, clear my head, lose some weight, and then see what's up. But it's one of those things where, like, when you're laying there on the bathroom floor, you're like,
Yeah.
what good does this bring me?
Yeah.
While you're drinking it, I'm like, it tastes good. And I like the initial buzz that you get in the first 15 minutes. But after that, the buzz subsides.
Yeah.
And then, you deal with other things. Like you either deal with like getting emotional, you deal with getting more chatty, you get, some people get all horned up. Like you go through the first buzz and then it's like rolling the dice on where your personality goes after that first buzz. And I sit there and I think, like, when you're laying on the floor of your Saturday and you only get a 2-day weekend and one of your days is recovering. Yeah. I'm just like, why do I do this? Like, why?
Yeah.
And like, personally, I like right before bed. Like if I'm about to go to bed, and I know this might seem like a lot to some people, and this may be a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I like to have like a half a pint of Tito's. So a half a pint of Tito's vodka, I love to like put that in a drink, like right before bed. And like right as that like buzz is hitting is like when you're laying your head down. I love that feeling. I love it. But I don't need any more than that.
Right before you're going to go to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Doesn't it make you sleep like shit?
No, not if I just drink like what I consider that little bit. There might be people at home like, oh my gosh, a half a pint's not a little bit. And there may lie the issue, but I enjoy that. And then I usually sleep pretty good. But now I'm just not doing it at all. And I've been sleeping great. That was another thing that like Tom Holland said. Tom Holland was like, I realized like after a week that like I was sleeping fantastic. And then he's like, and then this, and then this, and then this. And everything was like, he kind of realized that he was like poisoning the well,
Yeah, I worry about this too. I know I've lost vocal range, and so that's part of it. I'm like, do I want to sing high still? I mean, part of me is just like, I don't care. Like the guys in my band are not going to try hard enough that I'm going to be a professional singer ever again in my life.
Yeah.
So then part of me is like, well, who cares? The reason I do it, I mean, it is socially lubricating, but I think mostly because my whole body hurts all the time. Like I have body pain. Like it just aches. It aches like my back hurts. My shoulder is jacked. Like it's just trashed. And then there's just like this kind of underlying ache. And if I come home from work and I have a little drink, it feels better. And the next day I'm like a little bit slow in the morning, but I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I'll go like a week without alcohol and I'll be like, I still feel the same slow, but I have that pain all the time. So I don't know. That's part of it. I do go through periods where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'll drink too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I normally drink the same thing, as you know.
Yeah.
And
And
that's part of
I
it.
do like boredom drinking. Like
I
if
do that too.
I'm home and like I don't have my kids or something like that, I'm bored. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just get a nice buzz and then like watch a movie or something like that. And
I just want to feel that buzz. Like that buzz is so, I don't like that I'm not like articulate or I kind of lose a little bit of my like mental acuity, but the physical pain just goes away.
Yeah. And
This
I
is
can't
what you
speak
get for
on this.
jumping out of a choir loft in the middle
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah. Like I can't speak to that. So the only thing that, I miss those certain things, and like, playing video games right before bed with like a nice buzz, and then you go to sleep and you sleep
Mhm.
really good. But again, I think the bad outweighs it. I think when I do it regularly, and when I say regularly, like if I do like 3 or 4 times a week, if I was doing that,
Yeah.
I realized that my wit, like my quick wit, was gone.
Yeah.
Like I search for like words for like vocabulary.
Mhm.
If like while trying to like be funny and stuff, I'm like searching for words and they're just not there. And so then like my joke that I thought could be a banger doesn't end up funny because you have to go with lower hanging fruit. And I don't know. I feel like people think I'm funnier when I haven't been. Like
Yeah.
the night of. So like let's say you go to a party and everybody's drinking. I think I can hold my own, and I think I'm a pretty funny guy and people enjoy hanging out with me when we're having drinks. But then the next day, so if that's on a Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there's searching for words. I feel like my vocabulary is about 30 words.
Yes. I think that is just tiredness though. And I think like for me, part of that is I don't sleep very good when I've been drinking. Like if I get 10 hours of sleep, I'm like locked in. I have I have
That's
the
what I wanted
whole-
to get today. And now we're doing this.
Shit, Joe. Can we talk about the most hungover we've ever been
Yeah.
while we're on this subject?
Yeah.
So this is top 3 for you.
Top 3. This
I
is
want to hear
probably
number 1.
my number 1 was I graduated from the police academy. I just farted again if you got
The
that on.
Roofing Academy.
I graduated from the roofing academy.
Thank you.
We had a roofing academy party
Mm-hmm.
at a building. I was married at the time, and my wife at the time was the designated driver. And so me and another classmate, we picked him up, and then we went down to the place that we had rented to have the party. Party went off throughout the night. Over the course of the party, it was maybe 4 hours. Over the course of 4 hours, I think I had 5 beers. Not a big deal.
Okay.
5 beers over 4 hours. We also had a Coney bar. And like all these like different foods would come out throughout the night.
Bar, dude.
What?
What is a Coney bar?
Coney dogs?
Oh,
Do you know
like
what
a
a Coney dog?
yeah, Coney Island.
Like some people call them
Hot
chili dogs. In Michigan, we call them conies.
You would just say you have a Coney bar?
Yeah. So like you'll have like a Coney bar. So it's like you can get a hot dog. You can put chili on it, onions, like all the like fixins. They call it a Coney bar.
Coney is slang for rabbit.
What?
That's why it's called Coney Island. There were rabbits on it.
Oh.
So you could be saying that you have a rabbit bar.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just putting that out to
in
you, sir.
Michigan, we have these places called Coney Islands. So instead of calling
Yes.
them diners in Michigan, it'll be called a Coney Island.
Okay.
And then Coney Islands serve conies, which are chili dogs. It's the hot dog with chili, onions, and mustard on it. And then like everybody throughout like the Detroit area has like their coney. Their recipe for chili and what type of onions do they use? Red onion, Spanish onion, Vidalia onion, all that stuff. So,
a Coney bar.
a Coney bar.
This sounds rad, dude.
So there's pizza,
I
there's
feel like Detroit is like the tip of the pyramid for Midwestern and American food. Like where you live, and I think I know you don't take it for granted, but you should not.
no, I think we are blessed. Even the way that we talk about on the show, like, you know, we had the one episode where I said there's people who the pizza place that's in their town is Domino's. Like for me and where I'm at right now in Royal Oak,
Yeah.
there's 40 pizza places around me. There's chains, there's one and dones, there's mom and pops, there's gourmet, like the foodie ones where you can get all sorts of crazy stuff. There's conveyor belt pizzas, there's brick oven pizzas, there's coal fired pizzas. Anything you can think of is in this area. We have, you know, same with Mexican, same with Thai, same with Chinese food, you know, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we do have it all here, and I don't take it for granted because I've been to, well, the place where I live the other 50% of the time, Ortonville, Michigan, like none of that's there.
Yeah.
Like if you want Thai, you have to drive back down here to get Thai. So the closest like city that has like a really like good food and stuff like that would be like Clarkston or Oxford, which are both like 20-minute, 30-minute drives.
Okay.
So I don't take it for granted. But anyway, so at the graduation, I have like 4 or 5 beers. And then there was a
4 or
Coney
5.
bar. There's all sorts of different, you know, food and all that stuff. So the party's winding down.
Hang on. Lyndon, go to bed. You forgot to brush your teeth? Did you take melatonin? Well, please do that. You don't have to. I want you to go to sleep, though.
Your kids are going to grow up thinking that you have this like high voice.
Joe, I have a high voice.
Like when you talk to your kids, you're like, "Hey guys,
That's how I talk.
You brushing your teeth?"
This
And
is
then
how I
you're like,
talk
"So
to
anyway,
guys.
Joe."
It's totally different how I talk to guys. I do try and like
Push your voice.
push it lower.
You're like, "So Joe, on this episode," and then you're like, "Hey kids,
Yeah, that's my normal voice.
take some melatonin."
Normally, when I talk, it's high.
So that's what we have. So party's winding down, getting ready to go. I'm about 15 minutes from leaving. Like I said, I've had like 4 or 5 beers. Did not want to be wrecked. As I'm about to leave, the TAC officers, like the people who trained me how to be a roofer,
Uh-huh.
are like, "Yerky, you can't sneak out of here. I haven't seen you like all night." So I'm like, "All right, you know, what's up?" They're like, "Let's do a
There's
shot."
a couple other roofers there with you?
Yes.
Like new roofers. You are all celebrating together.
It was all the new roofers, our whole academy class of roofers, and then all the guys that are in charge, like all the officers that trained us. And so they're like, "Hey, let's do a shot." So I'm like, "Oh man, okay, I'll do a shot." So now I've had 4 or 5 beers. Let's just say 5. So I've had 5 beers. Boom, I do a shot. They're like, "Another."
And this goes against this. Like most things that rhyme are not true because they just say them over and over again because they rhyme. Beer before liquor, nothing sicker.
Yeah. Beer before liquor, get sick quicker. That's what we always
It's
say. Yeah.
straight up true though, bro.
Liquor before beer, never fear.
Oh, you say that?
Yeah.
Not in the clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like, "Let's do a shot." So we do a shot. And I'm like, "All right, I'll see." And they're like, no, let's do another one. So it ended up, so I had 5 beers, and then it ended up that I did 6 shots in under 10 minutes. So
These guys know.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
They're
So-
trying to make this a memory.
So my wife at the time was driving. So I'm like, all right, I am done. I am out of here. So the alcohol hadn't like hit my system yet. So as I'm walking out, things start to get real goofy.
Mm-hmm.
The drive home, I have the window down. I'm puking out the side of the car. Drop my buddy off, puke the whole way home. I get out of the car because in order to pull into the garage, if we would have pulled into the garage, I wouldn't have been able to open my car door. So I got out and fell in the driveway. My wife at the time pulls into the driveway, closes the garage door, and goes to bed.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
check on me, doesn't see if I'm okay, where I am. She knew that I was in horrible shape. She didn't do anything.
Dude.
So I wake up hours later, the sun coming up.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dead serious.
Dude,
I
you made
wake up.
kids with this person.
Yes. I
Okay.
wake up.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Somebody walking past. They were walking early in the morning. Goes, "Hey, are you okay?" And like I woke up and I'm like, "What? What?" Now, mind you,
Did you talk to her later about this?
oh,
Were you
listen,
like, hey, did you try and get me up? Because I know I don't know anybody that could get you up.
no, but yes. So I did talk to her later. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So to explain it a little bit more, our house, where you turned, it was like kind of on a main street. So where you turned in the driveway was like 60 feet long up to the garage. It was like 60 feet. I am passed out at where the driveway and the sidewalk meet.
Gee.
So I'm 60 feet away from the house, laying in the driveway in a giant puddle of puke. And I wake up and this person's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine."
When the sun came out,
The sun
how
came
many
out.
hours were you passed out?
6?
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. 6 hours. So I get up and now mind you, I look at the puke and there seems to be a whole entire hot dog. Like not chewed up. There's an entire whole hot dog in my puke.
Really?
Yes. It is
Like
the
it
most
didn't reassemble, like you just
I just boa constricted that thing. like a pelican. I just put it down.
like this, Joe.
Yes, like that means. And so I wake up and someone's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah. And I like get to my feet and I like walk and I see this whole hot dog in the puke. I walk up. It's like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. Sun's coming up. I walk in the house. I like rinse my face off or whatever. Just did the most grueling 6 months of my life and it's over. Like, did the most grueling 6 months of my life. I could never do it again.
Yeah.
Never do it again. Partied. I get to bed. I sleep for maybe 2 hours. And my wife at the time then, who's let me sleep in the driveway the entire night, she goes, "You got to get up." And I go, "What?" And she goes, "You got to get up. You got to take my oldest daughter." At the time, she was probably like 4 or 5. She goes, "You got to take Ella to gymnastics."
Come on, dude. You just graduated from Roofing Academy.
I said all of this. I was like, "Dude,
Come on.
I just graduated from the craziest thing in my life. Had a party. you let me sleep in the driveway last night. You didn't even check on me. You didn't ask me to come in. She goes, I didn't know where you were. I go, even more so. Like you wouldn't.
Even more so. Like, what's missing? I'm
Yeah.
laying here.
Yeah.
There's this empty spot.
Yeah.
What?
So-
maybe he started a new career. He's got a paper route and he's got to go fold his papers.
Yeah.
He went
Like
somewhere.
never check. I was like, you never
Jeez.
checked on me. You never did this. You never did that.
Dude,
And I can't have like one day, literally for 6 months, I have done nothing but study. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning. I'm home by 5 o'clock every single night. And then I study from 5 to 8. And then I'm asleep at 8 because I'm dead from being at the academy where it's like Marine boot camp. And I study from 5 to 8. And then I sleep from 8 to 5 when I wake up. And then I gotta do it all over again. I did that for 6 months. And she was like, I've taken her every single Saturday. You can do it today.
dude.
So
Listen, dude.
I take Ella to gymnastics.
Hey, you know how you're spending all this money and time on getting that tattoo lasered off?
Yeah.
Think what would be more satisfying is a belt sander.
Oh, Lord. I don't think it'd be more satisfying.
Yeah, I will.
No,
You'd be like,
I
this
love that
hurts
there will be-
more, and there will be this giant scar.
Yeah, I don't want a scar. I want nothing to remind me.
I'd fucking just
I
belt
want
sand the
nothing.
shit out of that.
I want nothing to remind me. And if I have a big scar on my back, then they win. So she does nothing. I'm like, I cannot believe you are asking me to do this. So I do it. I get up. I take Ella, and I told Ella, I said, hey, Dad doesn't feel real good. So I'm going to take you to gymnastics. And then when you're into gymnastics, I'm going to be outside because I reeked like booze. Like
Yeah.
I reeked. I smelled like a homeless guy, like a wino.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I'm going to
You
sleep
had
in
a
the
whole
car.
hot dog come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I set my alarm for the end of her practice and I'm sleeping out in the car. Then my wife at the time, right as it's about to end, she calls me and I'm like, hello. And she's like, you have something to do when you get home. And she goes, did you see the car? And I go, what? And she's like, did you see the car? And I go, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, when you get home, you look at the car. So I get home and I look at the car that's parked in the garage. And from me puking, there's puke all on the side of the car. So now she tells me, she yells at me that I have to wash the car. So I still can't go back to bed. I still can't rest. I got to
Yes, you
back.
can.
I
By
got
the
to.
way, you
I gotta-
go to bed.
I got to back the car out. I got to wash the car off, give it like a big washing. Then she sends the kids out. So now I'm washing puke off the side of the car, and the kids are like, hey, Daddy, can we help you wash the car? And I'm like, what in the world is this woman's problem? Needless to say, we divorced.
Needless to say, also, man, dude, you hung in there. Like, I know we've talked about your marriage, but like, that would have tested me so bad. Not to mention all the other stuff you hung in there for, dude.
I mean,
you need a medal of honor.
oh my gosh,
I would
so
have just
glad.
been like, no, nope, no, thanks.
You know what? I don't have that personality. I'm the personality, remember how we've talked about it on this show, like in Good Will Hunting, where he's like, my dad used to lay down the leather belt and the wrench.
Uh-huh.
And then Robin Williams goes, oh, that's easy, the belt. And he goes, no, the wrench, because F him. Like I'll take his worst and I'll act like it doesn't even bother me. And that's what I did. I would take her worst and I'd take it and be like, you're not breaking me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her thinking was. Like if her thinking was, oh, ha, 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 I showed him. He wanted to have too much to drink last night and I'm not going to he's going to pay the price for that. She never said that to my face. Like she was never like, hey, I'm disappointed. You drank too much last night. But who says that? You know what I mean? Like the people who I've been with in life, if they've ever like drank too much, people, it's all like you never do it like on purpose, right? Rarely. And if
Nobody
they're sick the next day,
like sets
you
out
help
like,
them.
I want to feel the worst I've ever felt.
Yeah. And if they do, like you help them.
Yeah. I mean, like, so.
Heidi a few months ago, like when not a few months ago, like when Heidi and I first met, we had gone out with friends and stuff like that. She drank a bit too much. And so like the next day, like I wasn't like, get out of bed. Like I got her McDonald's for breakfast. I got her coffee. I got her Gatorade. I got her this stuff called like Erythol. It's like this liquid that you swallow that makes your nausea go away. It makes like the dry heaving stop.
Yeah.
And like I got her all that stuff and she was so appreciative. And it's like that's what I didn't get that day.
No, you got so I mean, to be fair, so much of this is probably just contained in growing up like in this Christian purity culture where
For sure.
you don't drink. This is bad. This is bad. Don't do this. Don't do this. But like, I mean, like, hopefully, and I see what you're saying. Like, this is garbage. You got treated like garbage. This is awful. I'm proud of you for sticking in there, for staying married, for providing, for being a good father. Like it's easy to be like, hey, she should have cut you some slack. Like you just went through this amazing thing. Of course, like you were like, yeah, I'm cutting it off now. And then the older guys were like, no, take these shots. She should have cut you even more slack for that. And all this stuff. Like you're doing all this for your family. You become like this is a solid career. You're becoming a provider for her and the kids. Not cool, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's also probably in her head at the time just doing so many mental backflips of like how she's been told her whole life this is wrong and alcohol is wrong and drinking is wrong and like maybe trying to do what she felt like was the right thing in teaching you a lesson. Don't drink anymore.
Yeah, but that was like never the thing is like there was like never a follow-up conversation. Like she never did the like, hey, did you learn your lesson? Because of blah 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 blah, and I wanted to make you see this or whatever. Like
that's a bit more maturity than I would have ascribed to somebody that would do that though. Like to just have that conversation. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
This is why I did that. I mean, that's a lot of maturity.
I think at that point she was already 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, man, you guys got married so young.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's all done. It's over with. And I'm the happiest now I have ever been in my life.
I'm glad.
I'll toast you my ice water.
I've got a belt sander and a circular sander if you want, or an orbital sander.
I enjoy paying $3,000 to have a tattooed lasered
dude,
off.
Nope.
And
Nope.
it is the worst pain ever.
For me, I would just be like, get that sander. I just lean right back into it. I'm like, yes.
Just smelling the flesh.
Oh man, I would just like, I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. That's what Heidi always says too. Heidi's like, she's said that exact thing. She's like, I can go get a belt sander.
oh man,
And I'm like, I want this thing off. But I don't want to be scarred for life.
oh, I would want that scar.
Because then
I would be
everyone was
like-
going to be,
I would always be like, I would tell them, hey, what's that scar from? Let me tell you.
no, because that's the thing. It's just, it's done. I've moved on. And so I don't want to scar. Like my scars are healed. Like my scars
Okay.
from that are healed. And the Lord has just blessed me with where I am right now with Heidi and my kids
yeah.
and just family. Like I am in such an amazing place. And there's, and I know you're goofing and stuff like that, but there is like nothing within me that would be like, oh, you know what? I'm now going to go back and scar my body and put myself through all this pain of a belt sander, to then be scarred, physically scarred. Whereas, yes, mine's expensive, but just getting it off and then I can get something over that. So,
Oh man, I would do that. I would do that and spend that $3,000 on a hot tub. And every time I got in it, I'd look at that scar and I'd be like, hell yeah.
well, I got a hot tub, so I don't
Got
need
a,
that money.
more than a hot tub. I got this scar. This scar is worth more than the hot tub. Anyway, you have a hot tub.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the most hungover I've ever been.
Yes.
Okay. We still have 9 minutes. So I was like, I'll tell you. I was new at drinking and we were going to start. I did after Five Iron broke up. Masaki Liu, the guy that produced all our albums, one of my best bros, had me in his wedding. He was also in my wedding. So we went, he was getting married. And then right after that, I started into this poetry tour thing that I did with like my roommate at the time, Alan, who is probably the most famous person from this whole group, but at the time was the least famous. It was me, Mark Solomon, Pigeon John from LA Symphony, and Leonore. And then my roommate, Alan, who
Did
at the
Nate
time was like,
on that?
no, this is another one. So
Gotcha.
this was inspired by the one that Nate did, me and Mike Lewis and Aaron from Dear Ephesus.
Okay.
So, so me and Alan drive out. Alan was my roommate. We drive out. Alan, you should check out. He writes comics. He is a professor at Regis University in Denver. He writes comics. His most famous one is called The Burning Metronome. But he writes like a daily comic in Colorado. He's doing well. We got to there and we were the last ones, and it's Saki's bachelor party night. So he had rented a townhome, and we're going to go to this. And then all the people are there, and then the next day is the wedding bachelor party. So for his bachelor party, it was like he and his bros playing Halo, and which, it was me, Brett Barker from the W's, Alan, Mick, I think, who is in this band called Divot that Nick White was in. Nick White, the drummer of Roper.
Okay.
They were on Nitro Records, I think. And then Sam, the old bass player from Dime Store Prophets, playing Halo. This is what we did all the time at Saki's. And there was drinks. So when we get there, though, Alan doesn't drink. I am new at drinking. but there's nothing but alcohol. They have consumed all the mixers, and it's in the middle of nowhere in Missouri, like in the Ozarks. So I'm like, cool. What am I going to mix this with? And Brett goes, I think I had poured myself some Jack Daniels, like maybe like a quarter of a pint glass. And I'm like, I'll mix this with Coke. The Coke's out. He's like, mix it with this tequila. So I did.
Oh.
He was like, put some vodka in it. So I had like a pint glass of nothing but mixed alcohol and drank it, played Halo. And I remember like I was engaged to my second fiance, Stacy, and I was like in like the mental throes for months of like, this is not working. We fight all the time. We were really good friends, fighting all the time. And one of the bridesmaids was this girl that I was in love with for so long and just did not have the guts to say anything. So this girl, Thea, super in love with her. Just, she's there and I'm drinking and I get to this point where I'm just like, I'm breaking up. Like I'm going to break up with Stacey and then tomorrow I'll tell Thea that I want to date her. And like all of this seemed very clear. That was all very clear. I was not articulating very well. Drank this whole thing. I can tell you, I don't know if it's my physiology because I've gotten to the point where like I'm so sick I feel like I'm going to throw up or I have the bed spins, but I've never thrown up. Like I'm just like, I'm still mentating. I've never blacked out. I've been like, I just get to this point where I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Go in the bathroom and make yourself throw this up because you will not sleep unless you do.
Yeah.
So I did that.
That's normally me too.
So before I did that, I broke up with my fiance. And I go and make myself throw up. Go to bed. Don't drink water. Don't know anything because I'm new at this. I didn't know not to mix all this stuff. I wake up the next morning and it's just like jackhammer. And this is probably 3 hours of sleep. And I just remember feeling like I couldn't get my balance. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't talk. I felt nauseous all day. Couldn't, I was so new at drinking. And I'm like, 30? I'm 30. So I didn't get all the frat boy stuff. I didn't drink in college. Nobody coached me through this. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I felt so awful. And I never said anything to Thea. And now she's like, still hot. A lawyer, married. She's awesome. Having fun. She's got kids. She's great. And I'm like,
now, was that your first and worst? Was that your first time drinking? Like your first time getting drunk?
Yeah, man. It was before I was married. I think that was my first time to really be drunk.
Because my first time, I was about 30 years old as well. I didn't have my first drink till I was 30. So I was probably halfway through that year. And I was such a rookie. Same thing. Like I didn't know drinking. I didn't know any of that stuff. I didn't do the college stuff. None of that. So the person who introduced me to drinking was my wife at the time.
Okay.
Because she had started going out with people who were drinking. And so then she would be like, "Can I take a sip of that? Could I?" So then she would come home and be like, "Joe, I tried this cocktail, or I tried this, I tried that. It was so good. You got to try it." So she got me drinking.
Your wife that you married at like age 18.
Correct.
She had already had she had a leg up on you. She was doing it in high school.
No. Like I was 30, she was 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
She knew what was up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, no, like she didn't know what was up. She would go out with, after work, she would go out with coworkers. She'd get a
Mhm.
Diet Coke, they'd get some drink, and then she would try theirs. And then she
Okay.
would come home and be like, hey, I tried this today. You need to try one. It was so good. So,
She wasn't drinking it though. She was just like, you know what tastes good? A fuzzy navel.
well,
Fuzzy
Okay.
navel.
I don't know if I'm not explaining myself right here.
Okay, let's go.
So they would go out, her and
They'd go out.
coworkers.
Coworkers.
Like she would order a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
They would order, let's just say, a fuzzy navel.
Fuzzy navel.
So then she would try theirs and drink a sip or two of theirs
And say you should try this.
and then come
It's
home.
delicious.
Yeah. And then come home and say, hey, I tried this. Like next time we go out, for dinner, maybe we should order one of these things.
Yeah.
Because it's good. Well, what she ended up figuring out was that the majority of the drinks that she really liked had what's that almond liqueur? Di Sereno or something?
Yeah, Di Serono.
Di Serono. So she goes to the liquor store and she buys a big, like a fifth of it to like mix with stuff and to make some of these like mixed drinks that she liked. So we got in an argument one night and I was sleeping on the couch. And so I was like, forget it. I'm just going to get drunk. I want to see how far I can go.
On Di Serono?
Oh.
Barber.
So Reese, the mixer that I had was orange juice.
Oh
So
my gosh.
So at age 30,
It makes me want to projectile vomit.
oh, me too. So at age 30, I was pouring like half a pint glass of just Di Serono,
Dude.
the rest with orange juice, and then just binge watching Dexter.
Was it good? Were you like, this is kind of good?
Like your first few sips, you're like, oh, okay, it's orange juice. It's kind of got this little sweet thing going to it. Dude, I drank the entire bottle. So the first time I ever got like buzzed, drunk, it was off drinking like a fifth of almond liqueur and orange juice. I felt like absolute garbage the next day. It was awful. I've never been able to drink the stuff since.
I'm sure. Like,
just done. It's like kids in
That's-
college that get ripped up on Jaeger and then they
Yeah,
just
that's-
can't ever do it again.
of course.
Oh,
Or Goldschlager. Like,
Yeah,
there's like,
or-
cinnamon.
or Southern
Death.
Comfort.
Yeah, it like, I think you have to learn that it's like the
Yeah.
sugar content.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why like I love
This whole
Tito's
talk-
vodka. I love Tito's vodka.
Uh-huh.
And then I just like to mix it with whatever sugar-free like pop I have.
Yeah.
And I love Pepsi Max. So I love to just do like Tito's and Pepsi Max. And people are always like, oh my gosh, that sounds nasty. Well, here's the thing. I have COVID taste. You know, I still have COVID nose, mouth. So I cannot, this is another thing that's dangerous, is since COVID, I don't get that burn of alcohol.
Huh.
So I can drink Everclear and it doesn't burn. It just goes down like water. And so like vodka, cheap vodka, nothing. I can do shots and I never get that like like after. It just it just goes down. It's like it's like
That
honest
burn,
to God, like
that
taking
burn
a
is part of the fun though.
I don't
No.
I mean, I guess so, but it's no longer there. So when people are like, oh, I don't know if vodka and Pepsi Max sounds good.
Sure.
All I know is I taste the Pepsi Max. So it's like drinking a hard Pepsi, and I absolutely love it. So that's that.
So, in summary, Joe, you've made a good choice. Maybe I should make this choice. I don't know. I'm going to the doctor on Thursday. I'm going to tell her, I'm just going to be like, look, my body is always in pain. Also, I itch all the time. Can you fix this? And then if not, I'm firing my doctor. I'm going to get a new doctor because she'll be like,
Well,
When
no
does it
doctor.
all
no
the time
doctor.
it itches. I'm allergic to something. Send me to an allergy specialist.
No doctor is ever going to tell you to deal with your pain by drinking. No doctor will ever tell you that.
Correct.
So you're going.
So maybe
knowing,
if I tell her, I'll be like, look, I'm drinking a lot, 5 to 7 nights a week. And it's just for this purpose because I want it to shut down. I want to stop aching. Fix me. Fix.
yeah,
Fix
it's going to be a
this.
tough one because then you don't want painkillers.
No, I don't. I want to be tested for some things. I did have her test me for Lyme disease because I was like, I think I have it. But also, I got that thing that you get when you're a healthcare worker and you start thinking you have everything.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of the ticks. I don't
Yeah.
want the Lyme disease.
Yeah. Ticks are bad in Michigan.
It's bad. I
Yeah.
have I'm feeding an opossum out here. Do you guys call them possums or opossums?
Possum.
Possum, I caught it the other day eating the cat food, and there's part of me like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't do it. And then I'm like, no, they eat ticks. They eat like
Yeah,
1,000 ticks.
Yeah, they're like a tick vacuum.
Yep. Come on up, possum, eat that cat food.
Yeah.
The cats don't care. They're not like, they're just like, I'm not going to mess with that thing. They look a little skinnier though.
Yeah.
I probably should give them extra food when the possum is
And
around.
the possum's like, yeah, give them extra food. That sounds good.
Sounds good. What I request is chicken, if you have chicken, or fish.
All right, let's bring this to an end.
Yeah, man.
Well, I hope you have.
Good talk.
I hope you have success at your doctor's appointment. You can figure that out.
I hope you have success with your sobriety.
Yeah, and if anybody's listening out there, if you've been thinking about it, do it. Join me. See how far we can go. And I'm not the one. We're all in different stages of different journeys. Like I said, I didn't start this thing to be like I'm never doing it again. I just did it to stop for a period of time. But whenever in the past, whenever I'm like, I'm just going to stop for a bit, I feel like after like 4 days, I feel like it's been like a month. And so that ain't right. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to go longer than 4 days, like you on the weekend. And then you're like, by the next weekend, you're ready to drink again. So I'm like, no, I want to go a little further. I want to see how far I can go. And just by having something on your phone and all that. So if anybody else wants to join in, feel free to join in, support each other, talk to each other about it on your bad days, whatever. Let's do it.
All right. And we
I hope
support you.
Find some pain relief.
Thanks, man. In the meantime, drink pickle juice. Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should do that. We should start a canned pickle juice for hangovers.
I'm down.
All right, cool. All right, you guys, we'll see you.
Bye. Piece of pizza.